The Alamo legend, the line drawn in the sand. At San Antonio, Texas in the year 1836, the cold March wind swept across the open plains, wailing like a captive spirit. It carried with it the despair and fear that had seeped into the crumbling adobe walls of an old fortress. This place, once a sacred sanctuary for Franciscan friars, a haven of peace and prayer, was known as the Alamo. Now the Alamo was no longer home to monks. The sound of prayer had been replaced by the relentless boom of cannons from the encircling enemy. The fortress served as the last refuge for a band of brave fighters, composed of American fortune seekers and Tejanos defending their homeland. Numbering fewer than 200 souls in total, they were besieged by the formidable Mexican army of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, who had vowed to show no mercy. Hunger, exhaustion, and the ever-encroaching shadow of death gnawed at their bodies, but could not erode their spirits. The eyes of every man within those walls still burned with an undying flame of freedom. A fateful decision awaits. Lieutenant Colonel William B. Travis, a young commander of only 26, clenched his jaw as he inspected the defenses during a night of unnerving silence. This stillness was more oppressive than the sound of cannons, for it signaled the enemy's final preparations. He stepped past the figures of exhausted fighters, some huddled in old, tattered blankets, others clutching their rifles close. The blood-soaked bandages had turned dark under the moonlight. The scent of gunpowder, smoke, and sickness hung heavy in the air. Travis felt the weariness eating at his soul. The burden of deciding the fate of these men was heavier than one young man could bear. He paused to look at the makeshift hospital, where James Bowie lay gasping on a cot, ravaged by a severe bout of typhoid fever. The legendary knife fighter was destined to be defeated by sickness before he could face the enemy. Travis gripped the hilt of the sword at his side, a gift from his father on his 18th birthday, along with the wisdom, a blade is only sharp when it has tasted the enemy's blood. But at this moment, he wasn't thinking of the blade's sharpness. He was thinking of the responsibility that came with it. The pleas for help he had repeatedly sent out were met only with silence. It was now clear that no reinforcements were coming. They were abandoned to face their destiny alone. The line in the sand.